around what you're trying to do and envision the possibilities. So every time I work with some sort of content, I think, well, how can I push the limits? Understanding what result I want to have, and then asking the question based on that result is how I approach ChatGPT. And I'm not even using the other ones yet. So I'm excited to learn from you on those other platforms. But ChatGPT, I'm just using the basic free one right now. And the amount of work that I've been able to get done just by using that has been incredible. But I'm definitely going to be upgrading. And I think it's really interesting to hear what other people are using as prompts, because you just hear one thing and you're like, oh, wow, I can use that. The next time, I think it's super critical for us to be talking to each other about this, because if you are not learning from videos on YouTube or you're not talking to people, you're kind of getting stuck in a rut. So let's be a community of people that share intelligence, and let's see how we can bust open the ceiling and make things better for our businesses.
And honestly think the YouTube universities and all those things are not the best place. Ultimately, you need prior knowledge as a teacher, as a certified elementary education teacher that's taught every age group as the total tutor back in the day. I ultimately know exactly how to teach people. And the fact is, if you don't have prior knowledge, that's not why we're not just jumping in and say, let's create a business plan on Thursday. No, let's log into these platforms, even though it's audio. But I ultimately want to open up the last time. If somebody comes on stage and says, I know everything about everything, then sure, you can know everything about everything. You don't need to know everything about everything anymore.
Yeah.
That's why we have AI. Now, that is probably the worst thing ever for people to say, oh, I'm cringing. You just said that, Neil. Tell me, but it's the truth is that you're not going to lose your job because of AI. Someone who is using AI right now, I forget what I was listening to. Someone who's doing AI right now is going to take your job.
Yeah, it's true. And it is really revolutionary when you think about it. If you think about how much time before AI existed, we would waste, even if you're a trainer or you're working in HR, writing letters, writing follow-up emails from meetings. If you're in 10 meetings a day, how do you capture action items? How do you follow up with all those people that you met with? And what ends up happening is you end up working into the nighttime hours. Well, with AI, you may just be able to end your job at 5 o'clock. You may be able to go home and have dinner with your kids. I think that's the way we need to be able to look at AI, that it's going to give us more time back with our families, because somewhere in the midst of everything that has been happening with the economy, people have been overloaded with work. It's been happening, I would say, for the last 10 years that we've been really overloaded, especially working in corporations. And now we have a tool to make our jobs easier. And we need to take advantage of that, because not only will it help us be better critical thinkers to see strategically how we can do our job better, it will start to take away all of those doing tasks that we've had. So, automation, AI are going to revolutionize those doing tasks that took us hours and hours and hours, so that we can focus on being more strategic in our work. So, I don't think it's going to take away jobs, it's going to make jobs better. But the people that are not thinking strategically and getting into this right now, they're going to be the ones left behind, because it's the strategic thinkers that businesses are going to want to hire, the critical thinkers that they're going to want to hire right now in 2024, because they can do things more efficiently and begin to really move the needle in people's businesses.
And don't get stuck in this whole thing. And this is one thing, as entrepreneurs, we're not going to teach you a bunch of automation, because I don't honestly believe as much in the automation, because I really think that I look at every time I get an email, I get a drip hit me, or all those different things, I cringe. So if you're a coach, if the people that join us really look at this as this is a tool to become way better than our competition, to give more knowledge to our clients and yet also be able to have your own friend take care of things for you. And that's where I look at it, where I was successful from day one. Prompting is because, and learning from somebody, Leslie Omana Berger, who's this co-founder of Fabulingua, taught me what AI is if you don't give it input, it's not going to give you output. And the more input you put in, the more output it's going to provide. And then you have to go through a process, but you can create anything you want when you want. But honestly, if you don't have prior knowledge to that subject matter, you aren't going to be very good. So if you're ready to start to set up, let's say, someone sent me all this information, said, Neil, one of my clients said, Neil, can you create a script for me for this video? Took me 2 minutes, done. But I just threw it right into AI and it was done. I don't think that if you don't use ChatGPT 4, you're not going to get to that level. These are the things that we're going to talk about on this series. I hope this series goes all summer, 8 p.m. Eastern Thursdays. I guess to sign up, you just got Julie is going today to post it. And like I said, we'll come like I did in Clubhouse. If there's 5 people the first time, if there's 2 people, we're going to do it. And we are going to record it because I don't think there's a rule like you can record on a side end, don't you, on LinkedIn?
Of course you can. You can. The platform doesn't allow you to record, but you can record it.
It's not like Clubhouse where when back in the day we couldn't record when they knew we were recording. Do
No,
you know how that was
I have
working?
not heard anything.
No. Good. Okay, good. So that's why we'll just have Zoom on and record it as well. All right. So best place is julieriga.com, right?
julieriga.com. And we can't wait to see you Thursday night, 8 p.m.
All right.
Eastern.
All right. All right.
Bye,
You're
everyone.
listening and watching the Neil Hay